Video 20. Let's go. Words have power. Yes, they do. The words you say to yourself, the words you may say to others, the words others say to you, they have power. They have a way of influencing um, people to do something or to think a certain way. I mean, just look at advertising, the words they use in advertising. Buy now, buy one, get one free, and how they put it in bold letters and then certain colors they use, color psychology. They understand the power of words and how it can influence one another. It's not necessarily always just advertising, like I said. What words are you saying to yourself every single day? Are most of your words positive? Are you uplifting yourself? Especially if you're saying I am. Like, are you saying I am great? I am intelligent. I am authentic. I am awesome. Like, are you saying those types of things to yourself? Or are you, deprecating and like having negative, like, oh, I always get this wrong. Oh, I always mess up. You got to be careful of the words you say to yourself because over time, when you continue to say negative things to yourself, it gets into your subconscious mind. And then you start acting in ways or seeking ways to self sabotage or prove to yourself that you're a terrible person or you always fail at something for whatever reason. That's just how it works. And it's a shame because most people aren't unaware that their words have a lot of power. Also, other people's words, if you take them personally, for example, like, let's say you cut somebody off in traffic by accident or whatever, and then they start cursing you out, and then you take it personally, and then the rest of your day, you're upset, and you're in a bad mood because some stranger said some words to you. Now, although words have power, you do have when other people say certain things to you that you don't like, you have the power to agree with what they're saying or not agree with what they're saying. Here's what I mean. If someone's cursing at you, you can just choose to ignore it or not think anything of it and not give it energy and move on with your life. Or you can actually take it personally or dwell on it and then keep thinking about it and then it gets in your head and you're thinking about it and it ruins your day. Which option seems more logical or it's just better for you in the long run? The first one, duh, because why would you let that little instance ruin everything else? Yes, words have power, but you can choose to ignore them or not ignore them. The way I see it, the words you say to yourself hold more power than the words anyone else says to you. If someone says negative things to you and then you agree with them and then you repeat those negative things to yourself, someone calls you a dumbass and then you're like, yo, man, yeah, you see, I am a dumb, like that's not good for you in the long run because of the subconscious mind, like I mentioned. Now, back to words. I mean, another thing about words is it can also reveal a lot about you. The way you speak, let's say you have a good vocabulary, um, and you're well educated. A lot of people can notice that and have a certain, I don't want to say judge, but yeah, like a first judgment about you, a first initial thought about you and how you are. Another thing is, the way you say your words. Um, there's different tonalities. I'm not going to get into it, but like, are you always going up at the end of your sentences? Like, oh, how was it? Like, are you doing that? Or are you like, oh, how was it? It's tonality. The way you say things really influences how you may come across, which I'm pretty sure is common knowledge, but a lot of people don't understand that for whatever reason. Another thing is, don't allow anybody, okay, going back to what I said earlier, don't allow anybody to talk crazy, okay? Talk crazy to you, to your face. Now, there are instances where you ignore it. Like, let's say you're at a bar and then like you're leaving, and then like you're having a good night, and then some drunk dude's like cussing at you. Just ignore it, right? But let's say someone is speaking behind your back in a way that you don't like. Confront them and talk about it and say, You need to show more respect and just check them in a way. But I'm not saying that that's your incentive to fight somebody. In a lot of cases, their words. So what I'm saying in this video is words in a way hold power, but it's only the power that you allow them to hold when it comes from other people. When it's to yourself, it's the word when the words that you say to yourself, those words hold power because they can influence your subconscious mind in more of a closer way. Now, here's a little difference. When you're a child, like let's say you're when you were growing up, obviously other people's words held more weight just because you're a blank slate when you come into the world and you don't know anything, so naturally you cling to your environment to understand the world, the surroundings, and everything that's going on, your parents, your siblings, your friends, colleagues, all that. So teachers, naturally you're gonna put weight on what people think of you when you're younger, and then when you get older you start to start thinking for yourself more. But it's a shame, like a lot of adults actually are still in that mind frame of carrying so much and holding so much weight of people's words and people's opinions and all that, when really, like, a lot of times people are just projecting their reality onto you. Let's say you go to like an opera show. Okay, let's say you go into opera. You're at an opera show and everyone's in their tuxedos and all that, and that's the formal wear at the opera, but you can really wear whatever you want at this opera. But let's say you go in there, but your suit, you wear a tux, but it's green. It's a green tux. So you're like the only one there with a green tux. But you love this tux because let's say green's your favorite color. Now everybody's looking at you. Look at this guy with their green tux. And you're standing out like crazy. And the probably people will be like, "Oh, that guy looks like an idiot. That guy looks weird. Why is he wearing green tux?" But you love your green tux. So their words shouldn't really influence what how you feel about your green tux because you're the one that loves that green tux. And you should keep wearing it no matter what their words are. But yeah, back to the words you say to yourself, especially the words I am, and then whatever comes after that. When you tell yourself like I am, and then there's whatever comes after that, it's very important. At that moment where you say I am, your subconscious mind is perking up. It's trying to figure out. It's looking for a label or a label to give that you give yourself so that it can like execute on that. That affirmation is telling your subconscious mind, okay, so these are the instructions about how this is the self image instructions, and as it gets repeated, we're gonna keep executing on that. It's like a computer program. We're very similar to computers. Let's say I am intelligent, and then you look for proof that you're intelligent. You got an A on your math test. You're intelligent. That's proof that you're intelligent. And you keep saying that and you keep looking for proof. Over time, that becomes your self image. But let's say, you know, you keep telling yourself, I am a failure. And then you look for evidence of that. And then over time, you just keep seeing evidence of that. And your self image is just messed up. So always understand the power of your words. They hold a lot of power, the ones you tell yourself personally. The ones that come from others, for the most part, aren't important. Unless, let's say they're like a mentor or someone that can help you in life. Because there's a difference between constructive criticism and just plain like criticism trying to like put you down. Most of the times you can tell the difference. Don't confuse constructive criticism with just plain like rude, nasty criticism. Nasty criticism, you've seen that before. Constructive criticism, it's more structured, it's to the point, it's less emotion involved, and it's helpful in a way. It's uplifting in a way. Understand the power of your words always, always, always.